is Ashley.
It's Sarah. Week 15.
I didn't know how to pronounce this one.
Mrs.Miniver.
Miniver. I didn't know it was Miniver.
Oh
but that didn't sound right. So, Mrs.Miniver. 1942. This was a huge film.
Just the name, and like some movies, like the way that their initial title pops up, especially with older movies, like when their initial title of the movie popped up, I was like, oh, this movie. Like after watching How Green Was My Valley, I was like, oh god.
I was so dreading this film because you look at like the synopsis is like a British family struggle in the first couple months of World War II.
While they're dodging like bombs and air raids and all of that, their oldest son, Vin, he joins the RAF, which is the Royal Air Force, and he becomes a pilot. Before he leaves, he meets a girl. Her name is Carol Belden, and her grandmother is Lady Belden.
Lady?
Yeah.
That's all I found.
So basically, it's a story of him and her falling in love, but then it's also with the war. But then you also have Miss Miniver,
which is it Greta Garson? I remember her last name is Garson.
Greer Garson.
Greer, which I don't even think is a word name at this point. She is beautiful. Oh. She is beautiful in this. Like, this is one of my first, I would probably the closest to, like a crush. Like, not like marry, love, be with me, but just, like, on screen, every time it was just like her. I loved it. It was really great.
Who, at the beginning of the movie, there's like, before the war breaks out, every year they have like a carnival type thing and a rose competition.
Which I thought they take it really serious, but it's really sweet and it's creepy. Well, he thought he was going to be creepy, but he like pulls her aside and he's growing a rose that he's going to enter the competition, and he names it.
And he asks her
permission.
They've
named the roses.
He asks her permission to name it Miss Miniver. She's just really nice to everybody.
They used the word matriarch in one of the things that I read, and I liked that vibe.
And she's just very kind to everybody. She like even people that were like the German soldier that she finds, and he was a dick to her pretty much.
Yeah.
And he's like, we will come and bomb you guys, and
we will bomb your whole city, Rotterdam.
We will kill everyone, and she
slaps
still.
Them.
That's like the meanest thing she did in the whole movie.
Mrs. Miniver, I don't even know her first name. Is it Ray? Is it Kay?
Kay.
Something Kay, because Carol says it at the end. So, Kay and her husband, Clem. They're like a really sweet, like there's, they just exemplify. I feel like that it's interesting to see that it has always been exemplified, just like a loving, like supportive marriage, which I think sets a good tone and a foundation, especially in it's a war film. So, to see it's just the simplicity and
the amount of wars that
insane.
England has been through, like in the history of England, like they're
kind of badass.
They deserve to just chill for a while. They deserve like every laid back moment that they get because they've been in like so many wars.
And they've been in tough places.
Even Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of England at the time, had said that this was more of an uplifting film for the troops and the people back home during World War II than anything else. Anything that any propaganda would have helped people get through it, this movie helped people.
It also improved America's support to join and to join Great Britain.
Yeah.
Join the Brits. So it had a large influence on like the mentality of Americans in the world, in the war that was going on at the time.
The only real trivia I had for like 3 little things. This was the first movie to receive 5 acting nominations for an Oscar. There were 5 acting nominations.
Oh, okay. So
like supporting actors, best actors.
I loved everybody that was on that we like pretty much watched.
This is actually like you think like when you're watching the Oscars, like when the people are up there giving their acceptance speeches and they're getting played off with the music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Greer Garson's acceptance speech was 5.5 minutes long.
Yes. Thanks, Greer. Now that's why everybody gets cut off. What would you rate this movie?
This movie, I actually really enjoyed this movie. I don't know why, but I did.
Maybe because it was after How Green Valley.
Yeah, it might have been
I
that.
think that's like a little bit of it for sure. It's a good movie, and you know it's rated lower on IMDb than How Green My Valley was.
Fuck that.
Yeah, dude. 7.8 for How Green, 7.6 for this one. I'm gonna rate that. That way it gets higher than How
I'm gonna
Green
shoot
My
it up.
Valley.
So I'm gonna go with an English actress that everybody should know and love from Game of Thrones. Emilia Clarke, Daenerys Stormborn, Mother of Dragons, Khaleesi herself,
I don't want
Emilia Clarke, and I'm gonna give it 4.
Oh.
4 Emilia Clarks. She's hot.
Clarks make you holler.
Yep.
Mine's real easy. I thought it was a good movie. 3 O's. I'm gonna keep it real simple, real easy review. It was beautiful. I loved all the acting, and the story is sweet and it's easy to watch. So,
Okay.
Kept it real simple. 3-0 Oscars.
I like our shirts.
I feel like that's new.
No, I've had it for about a year.
You never wear colors.
I don't like wearing colors. How was your week, Sarah?
Week was real good. I'm thinking about my week ahead, in which I work in a lot of heat. Drink up, stay hydrated. That's all I have. Nothing very exciting.
I was excited to hear that you got to binge on some B-dubs after the weight loss competition and everything.
It's been so long since I had Buffalo Wild Wings.
I was excited for you. You were like,
if I could pick like a sponsor, like somebody sponsored us, and then we got free stuff, B-dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings, just the energy. It was actually perfect. You know why I went there? Because I knew what kind of energy I was gonna get. Somebody was meeting me, and they're like, "Oh, I'm at the dentist. That's like gonna take an hour," and I'm like, "That's cool." They're like, "If you want to meet up later, that's fine." I said, "I'm going to B-dubs." Is he give me a drink? I got a server. The servers are always nice. Food's always delicious. And then I get to play with the jukebox as well. Just touch tunes, hooks it up. So it's a great, yes, that was exciting. And I shouldn't even be this excited about it, but I am. And
I was excited for you, that's why I brought it up.
It was so great.
My week was just a lot of work. Started overtime, so that kind of stinks, but it's good because then it'll give me some time to relax later. And last night went to blues concert. Buddy Guy, Johnny Lang, and it was amazing. It was really good. I'm really glad that I went.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it. Got to, after a 109-degree day, I pretty much got to lay in the grass and listen to some really great music.
I just pictured you just like chilling. That's what it sounds like.
I pretty much laid in the grass and was just like, I don't give a fuck what's going on in the
just
world.
like,
I was just like, I'm
Hakuna Matata? No
No
worries.
that's how I was.
That's how you was. That's how I was too. You did make a drink. What is it?
It's a Jameson and ginger.
Oh, classic.
Alright guys, then another week in the books.
This is Ashley.
That's Sarah, and we'll see you next week.